up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles. You're listening to Lyles Movie Files. I got the big gun, Gunner. What's up with you?
What's going on? How's it going?
Good.
Listeners, how are you?
I'm good, man. I don't know if they're going to say anything, but I'm doing fine. Jay King, what's the new with you?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. I'm hoping everybody's enjoying their week so far. Happy Valentine's Day to all of our listeners out there. It's coming up tomorrow, of course. Well, tomorrow, who knows by the time you hear this, but, you know, it'll be Valentine's Day. All your loved ones. Tell everybody you love them. Everybody you love them.
Indeed. And little brother Jace, what's new with you?
None much, man. I'd once again like to say happy Valentine's Day and happy jump off day to the people dating on 15th.
You're the worst.
That's Friday.
The worst.
That's Friday.
Day after jump off.
Isn't jump off day Friday, or is it the day before?
It's the day after.
It's Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been married for a long time. I don't know how that works anymore.
Yeah.
Why did I answer that? See, you just made me seem like the biggest heel in the world. Why did I answer that? How do I know these things? I don't know. Someone told me.
Exactly. I don't know. What is jump off day? Exactly.
What is a jump off?
That would have been a more correct answer.
Exactly.
That's the answer we were looking for.
We all failed.
Well, speaking of things that did not fail, the CW, if you're a fan of the CW, you really have to love that network because a show has to be incredibly crappy to get canceled. And it doesn't matter the quality of the show, they will get renewed basically if somebody is watching. So they, it's not even March or April, and already the CW's announced all of the Arrowverse shows, Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and the peripheral Black Lightning have all been renewed. I assume we're going to get news any week now that Batwoman has been greenlit for a full season run this fall. So they've done, their Arrowverse shows have done amazing with them. And even though I don't feel like they're at their strongest right now, the CW is showing a tremendous amount of faith and patience and goodwill. Like, hey, you can have 4 crappy seasons in a row. We're going to renew you. And I think that's good just for consistency and that hope and optimism that, hey, maybe this season sucked, but maybe next season will be better. And Supernatural, shocker, also got renewed. The show will not die. I love the fact that they have a show and they're not afraid to let it run into double digits, closing in on 20 seasons. It's just like, look, people are still watching. We're going to run with it. Fellas, what do y'all think about this network that does its thing here?
I think it shows you a lot more reason to trust if you get hooked on a show at the CW. It's going to continue on. It's not going to be one of those situations where, how many of us got burned by shows on NBC? It's like, oh, this is going to be really good. And then, it has a rough season. And it's like, oh, no, we're canceled. It's like Revolution, what was it? Heroes. You're just like, they just burned you so many times. But CW, it's like, I think the only show I remember them canceling is like Valor and Reign. And I think Reign even lasted like 5 seasons. So and you know you're good to go from now with them.
Yeah, didn't they cancel iZombie?
No,
I think that has not. I think it's starting later this year, but yeah, it's still rolling.
God, they canceled something on that network though. I swear it was. I thought it was iZombie. Maybe it was something crappier. Oh no, the 100 is still on, isn't it?
My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
100
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and something else is getting canceled. And you know what's on the fence for them is that new Friday Night Lights style show with Taye Diggs, whatever it's called. That's on the fence right now.
Its ratings are awful, and that's why that's on the fence.
You know why? Because it's Friday Night Lights and no one cares about that anymore.
Yeah.
90210. Didn't they cancel their remake of 90210 and Melrose? Ooh, no. I knew there was something.
Yeah.
They did. But Melrose, 90210 had a long run. It was like at least like 4 or 5 seasons.
So they decided to do Archie in the same kind of format, I guess.
No, it's like they didn't want to go through college. So they basically just said, hey, we're going to do high school. Then they just scrapped like any thought of college. So they just kind of had them running around. And like one of the major characters was, the dude from Timeless, the guy who looks like, what's the guy's name? I can't remember.
Exactly. You know why? He was in Timeless also, which was also awful for NBC.
Hey, again, I got burned on NBC for that. I was like, oh, this is gonna good. Oh yeah, we're gonna make a wrap up movie. Oh, of course. Like, all right. Cool.
Oh, the wrap up movie. That's always the worst. Didn't they do that with Alf? Wasn't Alf like a 2-part series or something, like an hour and a half or something like that?
Ooh, I don't remember that. But
then they basically Alf just got dissected as far as we know, right? Which is like the most morbid ending of the entire comedy ever. Like, they just got caught and that was it. Like all I remember was a helicopter surrounding them. Like NBC, when they do end it, it's just sad.
They ended bad.
Like, Seinfeld is like they just in jail. We don't know what happened to it.
Did y'all not like Seinfeld's ending?
No.
I thought it was like okay. Like after all of that. Now keep in mind that last season was getting a little.
They were
like, all right.
They threw in the towel.
Yeah.
They threw in the towel basically.
They really. That's what it felt like. It was just they just gave up. I mean, at least The Sopranos, same company when you're Universal. But at least The Sopranos was just like, okay, you can kind of make it a deep thing, but on the surface, sure, they threw in the towel, but it was like, oh no, that's kind of deep. He's dead. But them, they just kind of panned out and they were just chilling in jail. I'm like, no, that's definitely throwing the towel.
I mean,
and that whole last season,
comedy routine in jail, like I mean,
right.
Like they got everything they deserved for being just completely.
Well, that was the thing, Jason. That was the best part about the Seinfeld 4 is that they were totally awful people, and in the end, they kind of got what they deserved, but to end it the way they did, it was like empty. You didn't there was no closure to it. You brought up something, Gunnar. All the NBC shows, some of them end worse than others. Like I'll never forget the Miami Vice ending, because I was a huge Miami Vice fan, and that was one of the worst series finales ever.
I don't even remember it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't remember it. It was that bad.
Didn't Different World end pretty bad too?
No, they just ended it quickly. They just rushed it.
Yeah, they rushed it, and they ended it a year after they should have ended it, because for what it's worth, they tried to introduce here's the new cast of characters around Hillman campus. It's hard when you got people who are 2 years removed from graduation who are still actively participating in all events on campus.
Right.
It's like it doesn't.
I know
like
work. 5 people that did that in our class.
Right.
So we actually know people like that.
Yeah, but there's only 5, not like the entire damn school. Like the whole crew was like still involved.
We're still here.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that really made sense was the professor, right? Ron,
right?
Old
Was
girl
Dwayne being a professor.
Everybody else. Yeah, Dwayne's a professor. Ron's like the promoter, so of course, guess what? I mean, we all know a bunch of promoters that were around college, like, you know what I mean, that were older than us. And then, and the med school, Kim, who was in med school. Everybody else, nah.
Why is Jaleesa still here? Seriously.
Like, Jaleesa was like 45 then. I'm like, yo, nah. Anyways, we digress. CW, you've done way better than NBC.
Exactly.
Apparently. We totally digress into how awful
so much better
NBC is. And thank you for saving Constantine from NBC's death hole.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, let me ask you this in regard to that. Is that because the CW values, because we've seen it before, like, for example, Seinfeld, which became the biggest sitcom in our lifetimes possibly ever, right? Seinfeld was a little watched sitcom on NBC on Tuesday nights at 8:30 when it first debuted. I remember that. I remember that because I knew Jerry Seinfeld from sitting up watching Johnny Carson with my grandfather, right? it became because they believed in that show and they let it develop. They let the audience develop. It became what it is. Is that because the CW do that with their shows, and is that because they like to build things organic, or they believe in their shows and give them a chance, or is that because they just don't have the ability, like let's say an NBC or a CBS or ABC, to just pluck stories or pluck shows out of a hat and say, okay, give us a pilot in 10 episodes?
I think honestly the CW audience is super loyal. So once they have people who are invested in a show, they're going to stick with it. I mean, like, I'm not loving what they've been doing lately with Arrow or Flash, but I'm still watching the shows. And Arrow is on season 7 or 8. Flash is on season 5 or 6.
4 or 5?
Yeah, no, I think it's 5. Because they did 3 speedster villains, and then
DeVoe and we're missing somebody, right? Yeah,
right. So I think what just happens is people like the shows. They're not going to get rid of them because there's enough people watching, and honestly, they're not that far off from the big 4 networks. So if you've got an audience and then that coveted 18 to 35 demographic, which I've escaped. But if you've got people watching in that demographic, you don't necessarily need to top Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. or 9 o'clock. You don't have to have the top drama or best comedy. All you have to do is have a steady audience. And CW, because they've kept shows going, unless they have toilet ratings, people are like, I can get into a CW show because they'll give it time to find an audience. And with their partnerships with Netflix, where a season's done and like 2 weeks later it's on Netflix, people can stream and binge and watch that stuff. And then, hey, when the fall kicks up, let me watch this thing. So I think they're doing a really smart job. They have their audience and they're not pissing them off.
You know what else it is, Jeff? They capture that audience in the first 2 seasons, so they can actually afford to do a crap couple of seasons, right? Like, look at Arrow. I mean, I'm sorry, no one can tell me Arrow season 3 was like the ratings were high. Okay, hold on. Season 4, season 3 they induced Flash, so you kind of saved it a little bit, right? But season 4, like, come on, like, you can't tell me the ratings were really high for Arrow season 4. But for me, I'm like, yo, well, they drew everybody in their first seasons of most of those shows. Even Legends, I mean, they got their audience, and I watched until episode 5. There you go. But Flash first season, come on. Arrow first 2 seasons, killer. Black Lightning destroyed pretty much every expectation, right? Like, I'm missing one. What am I missing? That's it.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Oh gosh, Supergirl was like, yo, how come this isn't on CW? I wish it was over there. Oh, Flash is doing a debut. Hey, cool. Oh, they moving it to CW? Cool. Now I only have to watch one network. Like, you know, Supergirl wasn't terrible the first season. It was just it just drags now at the end of every season, which is like really bad.
Well, that's all of CW. It seems like all the Arrowverse shows, they come up with this good, like, 10, maybe 12 episodes, but then after that, you're getting those last 10 are just like,
the problem with the CW shows, they have a formula and they won't deviate in that Arrowverse universe. They won't switch from it. It's one bad guy for the entire season. But I don't know. I mean, if you just watch other shows, you can take, I mean, you've got 22 episodes. Make one villain 4 episodes, another one 2, another villain 6 episodes. Have a little flexibility. You don't have to have one big bad. You can have the hero. And this would really work well with the Flash because he can learn something like a power or something or track down something. Like if in that Savitar season, if he was fighting 4 other villains in addition to Savitar, and then like, oh, I've learned the stuff I need to now beat you, to travel in time to stop you, that would have been so much better than the entire season. I got to stop Savitar.
It was the whole season.
But they did that.
It was half season. That was actually what made that season okay. I mean, I know everybody doesn't like it, but it's like the first half of that season was Dr. Alchemy, and then the second half went to Savitar. But it was actually like, oh, okay, what's this Dr. Alchemy dude doing? Oh, he's recreating Flashpoint.
He was doing nothing.
But it looked like it could be something, and then it switched to, oh, he's just a minion for Savitar. But they were looking like they were going something like, that's what made Black Lightning good last season. It's like there were 10 episodes, but like no villain was really featured for more than like 3 episodes at a time, and then it was like, oh, okay, Tobias is a big bad, but you're gonna have to deal with all these other dudes, and it's not like Flash, the random rogue of the week who gets tossed out in 5 seconds. It's like so.
Yeah, but you guys are forgetting one. Or Jason, you touched on something really important. That's the first season formula for every show,
Mhm.
and I guess I don't know why they don't keep it for the rest of them, but that's like their first season formula. Arrow, you know what I mean? They introduced Merlin, and you had Slade become, you know what I mean? Like Slade was like kind of helping him, and then he was a big bad at the end, during the
But
flashback.
the
Right?
funny thing about that is they did that. They actually learned something that really works well for Supernatural. They'll mix villains, and like you'll start seeing like one bad guy be like the middle of the second of one season. They'll be in there a couple episodes, and then the next season they're well fleshed out and developed, and then they can be the bad for the next season, or they can start moving that next person in. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why. I don't know why the rest of the CW doesn't do that. It's just it works so much better because it's like I understand. Like if you saw parts of the Thinker the season before, you'd have been like, "Oh, that dude's gonna be a player." But then you
Right.
see him 5 seconds, it's like, "Oh, well, y'all didn't really. I mean, y'all figured out how to beat him in 2 seconds. Good job."
The problem with the Thinker was they needed to have some distraction villains to avoid that whole body swapping part. Because when he started swapping bodies with everybody, it kind of went off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
But right up until that point, like when he sent him to prison, that was great. When he just switched one body, if they had just kept it that way and somehow he was able to get back to his old body, that would have been great. But the whole body swapping was just silly. It was like, ugh. This is dumb. And then the fact that he was killing them, it was like, this is whack. So he's killing the people, then he's taking their bodies. Right. Like, yeah, exactly. You're failing, Barry.
Yeah, the first dude actually had the cooler power, so it was like, oh, wow.
Exactly.
It's like you could, I mean, he had the perfect arrogant, like, I am actually now smarter than you, and I can project exactly what you're going to say, even if I don't think about it. You have no chance.
Yeah, so that was that. So we've got those. Now Hulu made an announcement that they're also partnering up with Marvel, and they have 4 animated TV shows that are going to be coming: Tigra and Dazzler, Hitmonkey, Howard the Duck, and MODOK. And then they're all going to eventually come together to be the Offenders. And this is a weird batch of characters. Howard the Duck is more like a satirical character. Hitmonkey is a monkey hitman, basically. Tigra is an Avenger. Dazzler is most commonly associated as a member of the X-Men, and MODOK is a villain. It's a weird batch of characters. It's kind of like they just went into a bag. Oh, let's do shows with these guys.
Yeah.
I think Hitmonkey is going to work just because the concept on its own is going to be interesting. Howard the Duck could be a really smart show if they do it kind of like the old comics. And MODOK could be funny if they do it where the supervillain is trying to keep control of his supervillain group and keep everybody in line. So I think they have a lot of potential. I'm not so sure about Tigra and Dazzler just because they had the audacity to use they're the 2 most wokest superheroes in the summary. I don't like that because it just seems like, oh, woke is a buzzword. Let's use that. And just the designs for them had me a lot of leery, not just a little. So, yeah. But also really interesting was Hulu exec said, yeah, we'll take those Marvel Netflix shows, Daredevil, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. If Netflix doesn't want them, we can run them on our streaming service. And Hulu is part of the, part of that deal that Disney's going to acquire with the Fox merger. So, what do you guys think about this? First off, with the animated shows, and then the possibility of Marvel Netflix joining them.
First of all, you just touched on something I was going to say. Hulu and Fox really have like this crazy cohesion. I thought one owned the other. Am I wrong? Or part of it? Or some kind of ownership stake?
Yeah, Fox owns a stake in Hulu, apparently.
Yeah. So therefore, all those Marvel shows will suck. The end. Just because look at the pattern. Oh, X-Men. Every X-Men movie, we're just going to throw out a bunch of mutants and it'll stick. Let's throw them against the wall and just make them all. Who cares their storylines? We just care about their powers and special effects. I feel like Hulu just did the same thing because Fox. Um, Howard the Duck, come on. Like, this is all I remember is that damn movie. That's all I got. Like, I'm not even. If you can't stand the heat, the hell out of get you. No, like, oh god.
You know what? I actually like that movie. And I know it's whack to say, but I actually like the movie when
I liked the movie
out.
when I was a child. I would never watch that movie again.
Now, I have not watched the movie in like 20 years. I will say that.
I watched that movie at least 20 times or whenever it was on when I was a child. My dad was like, my mom too, was like, why are you still watching this crap? So yeah, no, I would not do that. As far as the Marvel and Netflix shows, are they going to grab? I mean, if Disney takes it over, yes. Otherwise, no. If that's the loophole that it takes, awesome. As long as Disney Marvel takes over it, but these ones that they've actually drawn out and figured out already, you know that's Fox's side, and you know it's going to suck.
Well, don't you? Are the current showrunners going? If I mean, I guess since this is all speculative, there's no idea if the current showrunners would stay on to do it. But
God, that would even suck more.
I have a very strong sense that all the people connected with those shows would happily return. I mean, we see this with shows that take 5 or 10 years to get back onto a network. All the original creators come back. I mean, Murphy Brown had its original crew. Those people have a deep attachment to those properties. I mean, like, what was it? Cougar Town? I mean, they couldn't chase those people away from it.
Oh,
Cougar Town was fun.
Well, I'm saying is they have an attachment to the property, so it doesn't matter where they go. We'll go with whoever wants to put us on air.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooklyn 911.
Yeah, I think, exactly. Brooklyn 911 and Cougar Town, those were like right there, you know what I mean? 10 years later, Murphy Brown and Fuller House, them Bama's are getting paid, so of course they're going to do something. Roseanne, you know what I mean? Of course, them Bama's are not getting paid. When is the last time you've seen any of them on any show, right? So, you know, I would say, like, the closer it is to when they just got, like, let go, of course there's more of a chance. But then I think there's going to be, like, this sweet spot if it takes 5 years. These people are going to be doing other things. And then maybe, like, that 10-year later, do we still want to see them? Is it going to be the question? But they'll be out of work. And, you know, keep in mind, every actor and actress has a shelf life. So they're going to be like, well, I'm going to go back to doing this show if they're going to pay me. Awesome. But I think if they wait too long, you know, between that 1 year or 2 year and that 10 year to 15, what was Fuller House, 15? You know what I mean? Like, I think you're gonna have an issue if you land in between that sweet spot because they're gonna be busy. That's why I worry.
So you thinking it's going to take too long to get from Netflix to Hulu? Is that your worry?
I don't know, man. I just know how mergers work.
Rumor is they have a contract with Netflix where those shows can't appear anywhere else for 2 years. So I think in 2 years, enough time will have passed. Because, I mean, basically it was 2 years between each season of Luke Cage, Iron Fist anyway. So that won't really feel that long, especially since we're going to have a Jessica Jones kind of in the middle of all that anyway. And Punisher still hasn't gotten canceled.
Yeah,
which has not been canceled.
And we still have Punisher. I was quite shocked. I was on episode 6, and I was like, I haven't heard anything about a cancellation.
You didn't get any email, hey, by the way, we canceled the show that you're enjoying right now.
I figured it'd be a pop-up on the damn show at that point.
Are you still watching? Yes. You won't much longer once we cancel it. Exactly. All right, so moving on here. Walking Dead returned. It had its mid-season premiere this week, and it was a really good follow-up from where they left things off with the first encounter with the Whisperers. And I wasn't expecting another crazy installment like that one, but I think it laid the groundwork for what's going to happen in these next 9 or 10 episodes as we wrap up this season. But in a very Marvel Netflix kind of move, the premiere was kind of overshadowed by the news that Dania Gurira, who plays Michonne, will not be sticking with the show much longer. She's going to pull an Andrew Lincoln and basically show up on a handful of episodes next season, probably in the first quarter episodes, and then go presumably to make some more Marvel money. There's rumors that they're going to do some Black Panther spinoffs, maybe an Okoye standalone. But, she's going to be working on Black Panther 2. And there was definitely a time where you knew Michonne was working on the movie or Janai was working on it because Michonne was not anywhere to be found during any fight at that point in the season. So, what do you guys think about Michonne's departure? Are they going to do a thing like they did with Rick where, okay, we'll put her in a standalone deal where we see her later, or you think they'll kill her off? Javon, what do you think?
God, I mean, honestly, they can put her in purgatory like they did Maggie, because Maggie just went to visit the people we only saw or heard of once, and that was pretty much it. We haven't gotten anything other than, well, Maggie went to visit whatever the lady's name is at the place we don't know about to see the people we only heard of once.
Hey, Javon.
And they left it at that. Yeah.
Did you notice, you said you hadn't watched it, but I thought it was kind of interesting that during Walking Dead, they had commercials for her show, Whiskey Cavalier, which actually doesn't look bad. I was kind of like, I'd watch this show if it was on anything else. But I don't trust ABC.
You know what? They did the same thing with, what's her name? God, who played Sasha? I'm drawing a blank on her name.
Oh,
Star Trek?
Yeah. Sonique Martin Green.
Sonique Martin Green. They did the same thing when they promoted her show. So when folks do leave that show for another project, they have a good way about promoting those people's project. They're not bitter. There's a loyalty there. They're not bitter, and they do understand. And that's the thing about that show, and that I guess folks have to understand is they realize that, hey, for what it's worth, this show has been on the air now, going on for nearly 10 seasons in. And to have had a Andrew Lincoln, to have had Sonique Martin Green, to have had I'm sorry, what's Maggie's actual name? The character
Lauren
Cohen. To have had Norman Reedus,
John
Bernthal, for as long as they've had. Yeah, these folks, man, these are all really great actors who have done other things in their careers. I mean, for what it's worth, Norman Reedus has a cult following from the Boondock Saints alone. For them to have had these actors for as long as they've had, it's a testament. And not only that, this is what happens when you have a very successful program, a TV program like this. Folks will leave because they have a ton of opportunities, like Michonne. I can never say her name, but
Dania
Gurira, who plays Michonne, she's an accomplished thespian in her own right. She's done stage, she's done she's done theater, she's done movies, she's done television. So it was only a matter of time. They have a lot of people on this show who have great backgrounds. David Morrissey played the governor for 2 seasons. His background in British theater and movies and all that. They get these actors in, and it's only a matter of time before they do leave, because for what it's worth, they're going to find work, and they're only getting more popular because for what it's worth, they're on one of the number one shows on TV. So it's only natural. I just hope they handle Michonne's departure from the show as good as they've handled other departures of long-serving characters on this program.
I am very interested because Michonne is one of those characters where she does not have to be amongst the community to work. And I think we could see Michonne kind of out on the wild, hooking up with different communities. And I think AMC is trying to expand their Walking Dead brand with movies like they're doing with Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes character. I would definitely be down to watch Michonne in standalone films in AMC.
But Jeff, you know what I want to know in that regard? With everything that's happened on The Walking Dead, with this new change of the guard, with Fear the Walking Dead becoming a better show than The Walking Dead in the eyes of a lot of viewers, is The Walking Dead property in itself still as popular, or can it maintain that same popularity with a new cast, new characters, and with those folks that we've grown to know and love, serving in very minor roles.
It's funny that you guys mentioned a different world because that's kind of what happened there. Like they brought this new generation of students in, and because it was a different world, I watched it anyway. I mean, it was like Jada Pinkett got her big break there,
Right.
and with this new cast new crew that they've introduced this season, I kind of like them and see like, okay, so we don't necessarily need Rick and Maggie, etc., to keep it going. I think having new faces, and especially having faces that aren't so much bulletproof and covered in the hey, they're still alive in the comic book, or just like hey, they should be around for 10 more episodes or 10 more seasons.
They're popular and we love them. So if he dies, we riot like Daryl.
Right. Yeah. So like Fear the Walking Dead, they've killed off main characters on that show. Like from the first season till now, it's an almost unrecognizable group of people who are running around in there. And I think that's helped that show because it's like, shoot, if you can kill this character off, or if you kill the main character, or if you kill this main character, anybody's fair game.
Like, you know what? I wish they would have continued that trend because for a while, like, for one, Carol, Daryl, Rick, of course, Michonne, Carl had been so bulletproof. Maggie had been so bulletproof. Glenn had been so bulletproof for so long that these characters didn't reach their demise until the show was ready or they were ready, right? And that's going to happen. I mean, the show ultimately, the writer's going to be ready for whoever to leave when they leave. I just think that those first 3 seasons when we saw major players like Shane, Rick's
Lori.
wife, Lori, yeah, T-Dog,
right.
Yeah.
Herschel.
What's my man? God, I can never remember his name.
The
First Herschel.
Oh, Dale.
Yeah. When those characters died, you were like, oh man, these were integral guys to the story and all of that. Andrea, when she passed on, and she's still a part of the comic for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. For them to go, they should have kept that trend because I think by now we could have been on the 3rd iteration, if not the deep into the 2nd iteration of the cast, right?
Well, I think
we already are on the second real. I think we really are on the second iteration.
No, we are, but there's still some holdovers. But see, the thing I'm saying that to say, those who are day one with the show, and even those who came in later season, right. Daryl and Carol are still around. Those who've been day one are still like, well, if Rick's not involved, Carl's not involved, these faces that I remember and love, they're not involved. I don't want to watch it. It's really weird. People, and I find myself doing that. I want realism. I want to see people. Okay, this is the zombie apocalypse. Anybody can get it, but at the same time, I don't want to watch now that Rick's not there. You know what I mean? You're never satisfied. You're never satisfied. But I think
we're Walking Dead.
In a smart direction.
Yeah, I think they really did a smart move by doing the fast forward because things have changed and we don't know. We missed all of that. There was a big deal that went on where characters got branded. We're still trying to figure out what that's about. And I think that mystery is like, well, geez, what did we miss? And that was something that we've never had with The Walking Dead. We watched everything play out. This thing of catching up, we haven't had since like the first episode where Rick woke up and was like, what do you mean everybody's turned into zombies? Now it's like, well, what happened? What led to this split of the communities? Why are Daryl and Michonne? Why was Michonne beefing with Maggie? Why did Maggie leave? I mean, there are questions which we've never had.
Why is Daryl living in the woods with a dog?
Right, exactly. Named dog. Yeah, so there are a lot of things that I really like. Chase, what do you think about what's gone on so far with The Walking Dead?
Like we said after the break, I like the fast forward. I think that was like a smart thing. But having Michonne is actually one of the cooler characters because she wasn't a day one, but there was a lot. She almost could do like kind of a prequel / fast forward story is a movie, and hers would be cool because it's like we really don't know what got her to the point where she was walking around with 2 dead zombies. I mean, we know, but we really don't know. Like we knew she had some kids, she had a husband, showing some of that could be really cool. I mean, and then whatever she does after the show, I mean, after she decides to leave, that's a whole new direction. So that should be a fun little standalone movie. I caught most of the last episode, and I'm just like, well, this looks. I mean, it doesn't look like it's letting. It doesn't look like it's not one of the shows. Like, I do want to actually watch now. It's like, okay, I don't know every answer. I mean, everything's not just laid out to me. Everybody's safe. It's like, okay, like even just seeing Negan come back was like, oh, okay. I actually do want to see what him and Judith formed a bond. Okay, let's see where this goes. I mean, I know Javon said in the comic, Negan and gosh, Carl had formed a friendship bond. So I want to see if they do something with that similar. But I think sadly, Walking Dead might have lost the people, but I think it's on the right track. I really do.
Yeah, the people who are still here, still watching, I think are enjoying a much better version of The Walking Dead.
Yeah. I think it was like kind of like Arrow, how we all said, oh, man, if you left on season 4 Arrow, man, you come back in season 5, it's awesome. You got to watch it.
Right.
And now we're like, man, you say, hey,
now we shut up again.
Yeah,
right.
You did.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it has one of those kind of things. Like, I can remember any long-lasting show, like, what is it, SVU, right? After Christopher Maloney left the show, everybody said that show wouldn't survive. And they had its lull for those first 2 seasons after his departure. And it went, after that, they changed some writers, they introduced some new cast members, and now SVU is a show that you have to watch again if you watched SVU through its life. And that's what I think is going to happen with The Walking Dead. I think getting rid of Scott Gimple as a primary writer in this direction, and you can't blame Gimple. I mean, you can't put all the blame on him in any situation. You can't just blame one person. They're the reason
he was keeping the money rolling.
He was keeping the money rolling.
He wasn't trying to make any big changes.
Yeah, you don't rock the boat.
This formula worked.
You don't rock the boat. Yeah, you don't rock the boat. The network's happy. They're making money.
All right, so fellas, right now, Celebrity Big Brother is on, and this is the bane of sleep for me because Big Brother not only has like episodes during the week, but it also has Big Brother After Dark, and Celebrity Big Brother is no different. And so what they do is they take a bunch of has-beens kind of on the downside of their careers, some maybe washed up retired athletes, some who are still doing some things but not really big, who can spend a month in the Big Brother house. So it's an accelerated version of regular Big Brother. And this year, I thought was a really fun Celebrity Big Brother to watch the network version. Big Brother After Dark wasn't as entertaining because the folks were kind of silly on there, but a lot of good gameplay, a lot of good duos who are working together and overall big alliances, betrayals, backstabbings. It was good Big Brother. Who really surprised me this season was Tom Green. I thought he was going to be like the jokester eliminated early on, but Tom was like a real Big Brother player. And it helps that the celebrities actually watch the show. So in some cases, they knew how to play the game, and it wasn't just them sitting in the house. What's this mean? So it was really cool watching that play out. So this season they had Candy Burris from Escape, Tamar Braxton, Kato Kalin, Ryan Lochte, Lolo Jones, Natalie Eva Marie from WWE, and Dina Lohan were among them. Ricky Williams was also there. Dina Lohan is like the spoiler version of what Lindsay Lohan is going to look like 15 years from now. She looks exactly like she spit out Lindsay, and Lindsay's like, oh, this is my mirror in the future. But yeah, so fellas, I asked you all because I figured they're probably going to do this again because who doesn't like watching celebrities make fools of themselves? What celebrities would you want to see in the Big Brother house for season 3?
I got one.
You just have one? Come on. I mean, you got to put together.
I got one. Like one, I think would really be fun. I think everybody would enjoy seeing this actress on there.
All right.
Stacey.
Well, hold on. I mean,
oh man. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
you have one. I'm gonna give you some time to work on your list.
All right.
Gunner, Javon, did you guys come up with like 8 celebrities you throw in this Big Brother house and let chaos ensue?
No, the show has been canceled because it was like it was like the second reality show that CBS did, right? It was Survivor and then this mess. And this shouldn't have lasted this long. This is like, what, 19 years on this crap, man? Come on.
That's pretty long.
I do not watch this show. So the celebrity one, you really just described the surreal life that VH1 already did, right? Like a whole bunch of has-beens. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Kato Kalin was on that too.
I think he was.
He was.
And if I'm not mistaken, Ryan Leche was on that. If not, oh no, he had his own with his girl. That's right. I forgot about that. But yeah, nah, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, whoever. Okay, how about this? Anybody who was on The Surreal Life, everybody just go on that show because guess what? They're not doing anything either.
You're no fun.
I am no fun.
Javon, did you participate?
I did because we have that in common, Jeff. I do like Big Brother because I like Celebrity Big Brother because it's a total train wreck. I love it. I love it. It's a school bus fire.
Have you been watching this season?
I got it queued up. So don't tell me anything. I got it queued up. So we
you
got the weekend.
You watched the whole season?
Of course. I'm going to. I'm eager to see the drama with Tamar and what's her face?
So much drama.
Of course, it's pointless. It's all about a beef that started years ago that really isn't a beef. So I just got to see how this plays out.
Right.
But my 8, in no order, are 1, Terrell Owens.
Dude,
that would be because Terrell would bring an element of drama just because, right?
Just because he's T.O. He would compete and bring drama.
And bring drama just because he can. Number 2, when she turns 18, is the bad Bobby, the Catch Me Outside girl. Because for what it's worth, we don't know her from a can of paint. We don't know jack about her other than Catch Me Outside. The kids may follow her, but for the most part, who gives a damn who she is, right? So It's not like she's got a rising or falling star. She's just trying to get attention for herself. So that would be perfect for her. Exactly. Number 3, Bobby Brown. Because a Big Brother house that's full of liquor, and just let Bobby Brown be Bobby Brown. And I'm not evil. Y'all know that about me. But when it comes to, look, I'm like Joseph Goebbels of television experiments, dude. Let's take the gloves off. Let's get into the muck of humor. Let's see if Bobby gets lucid and says something he shouldn't say in regard to drug abuse, etc. What happened. Let's do that. It's ugly, but hey, we making TV here.
It's reality TV.
Heard. It's reality TV. We won't care what we heard. Number 4, Tom Sizemore. Because
trainwreck.
Yeah, we talking. Hey, Jeff, we are talking this the Big Brother. We may have the first on air shooting, stabbing, or fire set in the Big Brother house. This is going to go down in
I'm going to go with all the above.
All the above. All the above. All the above. Tom Sizemore, because he's an absolute mess. And I think I think he would be perfect for it because for what it's worth, he's an absolute mess. I thought that number 5, you kind of got to cover all the bases here. I was thinking somebody like another good washed up actress. I was thinking possibly somebody who was hot in the 90s or 2000s. Even 2000s because she needs to put herself back out there. Amanda Bynes.
Great choice.
Yeah, because for what it's worth, she's had her issues.
John, you come up. This is a great train wreck cast right now.
This is like a rehab show, right?
This is great.
Yeah, it's a great.
But you'd watch it.
I would watch the show.
You would watch once you got this cast released. Once you heard this was going to be the cast, you would watch every week. Next up, Tanya Harding. For obvious reasons. And now that he's a free man, O.J. Simpson. That's 7.
God damn.
God.
Gunner, you be watching this one. You be like,
That's why I would see if OJ be like, hey, white girl, I catch you outside. Because OJ was a piece of shit.
Yeah, at least 2 white women on here that I would make love to.
A couple white women I could get with. Mary Devine. I bind you? Ooh.
Oh, gosh. Catch you outside.
Where's Tara Reid? Where's Tara Reid, man?
Hey, man, you stepped all over his lap.
I really was going for it. She was on my list, man.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Javon.
No, Javon, you done? Oh, man.
No, I got one more. Yeah. We need to up our black. We need to up our black lady quota here. We need a strong black female candidate, right? I'm trying to think who that would be. Nah, because she's already did her time.
She's done
right?
on every.
She was on the first season.
On everything.
She was on every single reality show ever. Like, my God, no. Nah, you know who it needs to be? Like
who?
Mia Love or somebody.
Mia Love?
Yeah, somebody who's like a super black conservative.
Wow.
Like a black conservative.
Mia Love, really? I think she feel like I'm above this.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? I mean, Omarosa was too. This chick had like 3 degrees.
Omarosa actually was pretty game in the show. She was much cooler than I thought.
I need somebody who is desperately holding on to their last like 20 ticks of the clock of fame. Like, I don't know,
you talk about everybody from Brownstone.
Not salacious enough. Not salacious enough. Not salacious enough. Yeah,
what about Midori from like the porn days? Where's she?
Nah.
No, you need a porn star. Yeah.
See, now you're starting to get into the casting, Gunner.
Gunner, I mean, a
I
porn
can't watch
star
the show
would
enough
be
to care
great.
about these melons, but
man. Dude,
I'm looking at your mix of people, and I'm like, yeah, you need a black.
That's what Celebrity Big Brother is, man. It's a
bunch of black porn stars. Oh. Wait a minute.
I'm thinking. Here's it. I'm thinking maybe Kia, My Neck, My Back, or maybe even Pinky. For those of you who don't know, adult film star Pinky.
Retired black porn star Pinky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Trina, Trina, somebody along those lines. Somebody like that. Somebody along those lines.
Get obsession up in that joint, man. Like, look.
Somebody who would ring a bell, though. Somebody who would ring a bell. Like, she's scandalous enough. She could be in this. Damn, I'm trying to think. Somebody who would ring a bell. Come on, guys. Give me somebody, a black female that will bring the drama in a heartbeat.
Jada Fire.
That is
all porn right now.
I'm telling you. You need a black porn star.
How about Missy Elliott for you?
No, Missy's not doing it.
She's too classy for this stuff, man.
Okay, let's see.
Crap.
How about the Brat?
Money coming in.
The Brat
money coming in too.
The Brat on the TV show, so that's
Yeah, she'd be down. I think she'd be down.
She's not salacious enough.
No,
but we got to have some cool people too. It just can't be all train wrecks. We have to have some voice of reason.
Bobby Brown's a cool train wreck.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. We may be surprised by someone like OJ. I think would surprisingly be a voice of reason in all of this. Hey, OJ's hard times. He's lost everything. I think he would be the surprising voice of reason in all of this.
Well, it's very surprising to see how these dudes do. Yeah, man. Indeed.
He tried to steal.
All right, Jace, who's your list now?
Okay.
Who's on your Celebrity Big Brother 3 list?
Okay, I got some. All right.
Okay.
Since I jumped the gun, but I'm gonna shoot with this one first.
Okay.
All right. I think everybody would love to see her on the show. Stacey Dash.
Yeah, she would be like the one everybody would tweet.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Got to put in if I can't, since Javon already took Tara Reid, I'm taking Mina Savro from American Pie.
Mina Savari.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Brandy. She's got.
Damn, Jace, you got a good ass list right here.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I'm trying. I can't figure out which one of my football players, but I got Keyshawn Johnson.
Oh. Ocho Cinco.
No, Keyshawn will lose it, dude.
Or Ocho Cinco.
No.
Hey, who was the dude that did that Oprah joint where he had like 20 kids? That one.
Cromartie?
Man, I know. I would say Kenny Anderson, but he's too respectable now, so you can't put him on.
No, right.
Kevin Green or Stephen Michaels. I mean, I don't know which one. I mean, that's my like three-headed hydra.
I'm gonna go Mongo. I want to
Mongo
in the Big Brother.
Okay. No, I don't want to see neither one of them because that's the first on-air murder.
No. I got the first murder. I got Vernon Maxwell.
No, Vernon's 55 now, but he's probably calmed down a lot.
Exactly.
He's probably calmed down a ton.
Don't know for sure.
Right, it's a gray area. We don't know at all, huh?
Exactly. Master P.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Talk about voice of reason. That dude would be like, look, y'all.
Look here, Warden. I don't need this.
You saw what he said about R. Kelly in that whole joint. He's like, look. And I'm like, dude, that dude dropped knowledge on us from that one.
And my last, I'm gonna take Christy Swanson.
Okay.
Yes, that's a good
Where's
one.
she been?
Oh no.
Exactly. No one knows.
Exactly.
So that's what
you may remember me
like,
as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Nice.
You the real Buffy. I don't care what anybody says. The old girls.
Hey, whoa. You might get people to ride on this for that comment, man. I mean, you just go a little far.
Nope.
Man.
Real Buffy. I said this on air before, like episode 2. Nah, bro.
That's Buffy all day.
She's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the only Buffy that I recognize. The other chick was in Cruel Intentions. That's it. The end. Next.
All right. So let me see here. I think I have more than 8, which is problematic. Let's see if you guys can help me. All right. So I just went immediately for a good time because I'm thinking, who do I want to watch on Big Brother After Dark and know they're going to make a fool? I went with Mike Tyson.
You have to have a black porn star.
See what kind of Big Brother we have to make for you.
Mike Tyson would be calm and just have to make sure his meds are far away from him just to see what happens.
Okay. Mike's gotten his stuff together.
Oh, but he'd be entertaining because he talk about his old days of crazy.
Yeah. Hey, dude, let me tell you something about that real quick, Jeff. Let me tell y'all about that real quick. If you haven't seen Mike Tyson's Undisputed, the show, you have to see. Hey, Mike Tyson is a storyteller, dude.
Exactly.
He lives such a life.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. He would be good. And he would be like that quiet, that sneaky dude you'd end up rooting for that you didn't think you would at the start.
Jeff, I didn't put Mike Tyson because I didn't believe he would go for it. That was my only thing.
Game for whatever. It's a month. All right. So my other one, because I have to have a 90s singer who's not doing anything. Jessica Simpson.
Yeah. She's done reality shows before.
Yup.
She's like living her best life, though. She's like, look, I'm so far away from that. I'm not even.
It's just a month.
A train wreck. But I'm not.
We have Olympians showing up on Celebrity Big Brother. Jessica can do it for a month. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they get some money? Don't they get some money?
They actually don't. No.
Nothing?
They don't.
Nothing?
No.
Oh.
No, because Lolo Jones was complaining last night about how people don't understand how we need money in between stuff. Like she was saying, if I win this $500,000, I can use that to train for the Olympics for the next 2 years. I'm like, dude, you don't have any sponsors?
Oh, okay, Jeff. You were saying they didn't make money. That's what we were like. It's just for pride. But if
no. They win. Okay. They win just like regular Big Brother.
Okay. Yeah.
All
okay.
Right.
No.
So I went with my boy Donald Faison because I feel like he would be funny.
I think he'd be funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I have a toss up with my rapper because I needed a rapper. Lil Wayne or T.I.?
Lil Wayne.
I think he got
Trainwreck.
T.I.
T.I.'s like got some sense, dude. He's pretty woke.
Neither one of them need it. I need something.
Nobody really needs this.
Jeff, that's what I
All right.
Like,
All
right. How about Birdman? Birdman.
No, man, he's making money. He's making too much money.
Jeff, I need somebody that's gonna go on
Coolio.
there.
Coolio. All right,
Yeah.
Coolio.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Yeah,
But
he
was on a train round.
Julio was into real life, wasn't he?
Probably.
Yeah, he'll do it again. What does he got to lose?
Exactly. All right.
Right.
Now I need to represent the older generation, so I've also cast Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
Possible.
She's like
Yeah,
washed
another
up
surreal
now.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She'd enjoy being on TV.
Right, and I'm going
Tonight
old
Show.
school
Okay.
with another '90s guy, Brian Austin Green.
Oh, wow.
I want to watch him slowly lose his mind, being in the house away from Megan Good. Not Megan Good, Megan Fox.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Ooh.
Right. And then my last one, Little Kim.
Yeah.
Oof.
See,
Lion.
that was your rapper right there. I mean,
That's the rapper.
I needed a dude rapper too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, some of your lists, Jeff, I gotta admit, might be out of the league of this. We need people that need that $500K back and will go out
Yeah.
there.
What did Pamela Anderson do lately?
Hey, Pam Anderson, good dog.
Yeah.
Her money good.
Dude, she got. I mean,
Her residuals
I'm pretty
are
sure
great.
she's
Her
fine.
money real good. Yeah, her money real good.
Hey,
Joey
she
Lawrence
did
was
that.
just on there.
Yeah,
What was
Joey
that? What was that
Joey
show
money
she
ain't
did,
good.
Mike?
Nobody ever wanted to see Joey's boobs. You know what I mean? Well, his sex tape. Yeah, she good. She good.
All right. Well, let me replace Pamela Anderson with the Bella Twins from the WWE.
Now
They-
you're talking.
They love attention, and
Now
they would.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, they would be like the nice heels that everybody be like, oh my gosh, you're so nice. Be like, oh my gosh, I hate them. I have to plot which one to get rid of. Yeah.
Right.
That's the after dark you want to see.
I thought she would go for like a Bridget Nielsen type, not her, but somebody like who's like really
Totally
big,
washed
like,
up.
like
Totally
fucking-
done.
I don't want that
I
cold
love-
water in my childhood, Gunner.
Tawny Katan.
Exactly. Samantha
Yeah.
Fox.
Oh,
Dude,
no,
we-
wow.
don't do
Dude,
it.
who's in that role now? Because Tawny Katan, these chicks that we're mentioning were 90s, 80s hot. Who's 2000s that have fallen off completely? Who was like the
Who are
hot lady?
the video vixens?
Right. We
Melissa
didn't know their
Ford,
names.
Yeah.
Melissa
We didn't
Ford,
know
somebody
their-
like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with that casting, Javon.
Okay.
All right. All right. So that was good. All right. So the last thing here. We're in Oscar season, and I wanted to play this kind of thing with you guys to help me out, figure out different actors, 3 best films and 3 worst films. So this week's assignment was Batman himself, Christian Bale. So I wanted to get your take on his 3 best and his 3 worst. So anyone bold enough to go first?
Oof, that one's hard, man, because he's
It
pretty good.
It is.
I'm trying.
I've been
Three- how about we'll do this?
Bad all
I'll-
day.
I can do 3 bad, but they're gonna be like 3 bad. Oh, you know what? I got 3 bad ones. Never
they're not
mind.
gonna be
Let's
that hard.
go.
Man, go.
Let's
go.
go. I got it. Okay, 3 good ones.
Yep.
Motherfucking
Well, no.
I-
Your favorite 3 of his. So
Yes, I'm going there.
okay.
Yeah. Which is going to be hard because he's so good in those certain movies, but I'll pick the ones where he's actually the star versus
Yeah,
like
good call.
whatever.
Mhm.
Honorable mention, since he was not the star, was the fighter because holy crap.
Dude,
he really played a
yeah,
good role.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that case, where his performance is really good, you can go with that. So we don't have to limit it so much to when he's a star.
No, because when he's a star, he kicks butt. So that's why I limited it. You know what I mean? So there's that. Wow. Oh boy. This is okay. Definitely American Psycho. Come on. Like that Oh, that role was amazing. Sorry. Batman Begins, of course, and American Hustle. Yes, not the other Batman movies. I mean, I could have really just gone all three. No, I don't believe that. Yeah, American Psycho, Batman Begins, American Hustle. Those are really good ones. Honorable mention goes to Empire of the Sun. Yeah, go back there and find that one. And because come on, that was actually like, yo, this dude's kind of good. Okay, and The Fighter. Those are my honorable mentions. I probably could pick more honorable mentions, but I'll keep it short.
Okay. Worse?
The worst? Whew. Exodus. Gods
Yeah.
and Kings. Never, ever, ever, never, ever should have done that. That should have been wiped off the face of the earth.
Neither should anyone.
Oh my gosh. It's like Equilibrium only because Taye Diggs made him bad because Taye Diggs was so bad. And the movie has like 3 great parts that we took the time to fast forward through via tape. Via tape, you just fast forward through those 3 parts and you are good.
God. Damn
Remember
it,
Taye Diggs' lines though? You're under arrest.
You're under arrest.
For feeling. I'm like, dude, this is why people think you're a terrible actor. I hate this.
This is why
and then
you
Christian
suck.
Bale's like, oh. And then Christian Bale turned into like Keanu Reeves. I was like, yo, this movie sucks. So they just made Christian Bale suck.
Damn it, you took mine.
It's fine.
That's all right. I'm gonna put it again. I'll put it in there again. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it
That
in
thing's
there.
terrible.
Because it's that bad. Because it's that bad.
Damn.
Think about a movie
Okay.
with that kind of premise. That's in the pitching room. You're like, man, this is going to be a great ass movie. Nope.
Revealing.
Not
For
so.
feeling. The gunshot
God.
thing, they didn't even do that right, man. I mean, you just watch the first scene, the middle joint, and then the last scene. This is plural, and that's it. Anyway,
like,
so that's
butthole. You just ruined this movie for me.
right. It's terrible. So I tried to leave that one for last because that was really the worst one.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, yeah, gods, Exodus and gods are just no. But Equilibrium was bad. I'm trying to remember a really, really bad one. I mean, I wasn't a fan of The Prestige, but I wouldn't call it a bad movie,
Nah.
right?
It wasn't.
You know what I mean? I just can't think of 3
Did
bad
you see Rain of Fire?
Oh, damn it. Come on, Jeff.
Right, if you need another one.
No.
That's one.
I don't even remember how that came out or if that.
You just keep it just like that, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
Jace,
trying to remember.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, we'll have him on the list soon too. He'll be a really good one.
Oh yeah,
he will be a great one. All right, Jace, how about you?
Oh, I got one. I'm sorry, I forgot about this one. Last one. The third one.
Okay.
Everybody liked it. It was so deep and all this crap and blah 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 blah. But when you got down to it, the ending was like, really? Okay, we knew he was crazy. Like that was it. Weirdo. The Machinist. Come on, man. I just like the fact that he lost all that weight and gained it all back for Batman. But other than that, that movie was weird as hell. I was like, I'm good on this movie. But it's by far
was like
not
his
the worst.
Barton Fink or something. Yeah.
Right. It's like, it was by far not the worst thing he's ever done. But it was just not that good. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Okay.
Those are my 3 bad ones. Sorry. Okay.
Good deal. All right, Jace, what you got?
Okay. I got for his 3 because I mean I really love The Prestige. I mean I thought that was definitely that's one of my best ones. American Hustle, because after you go from The Dark Knight to see him play that dude in American Hustle,
Right.
that was just like, all right, you're all in. And,
You could do anything, right?
Yeah, and since honestly, since you took The Dark Knight, I'm
You
actually
can
gonna
put whatever you want on your list.
I'm gonna put Vice on there because honestly, after watching them, I'm just like, I don't think that dude can't do any. I mean, he's literally just like, if you want him to play a role, he will nail it. I mean, so Vice was just like, wow, like I did not know anybody could play Chaney. I mean, that dude could play Chaney. He played the hell out of it. On my worst list, I know some of y'all like this, but I wasn't a fan. I mean, I'm okay with Terminator Salvation, so I got to put that on this list.
Dig it.
One I'm quite comfortable putting on here, Shaft.
What? He played the racist dude. He actually played
People's
spoiled ass pretty well.
Man, exactly. I'm like, dude, I can't stand him.
Yeah. And I had to put Equilibrium. It's just like,
it's terrible.
It's just like, I mean, it was just like, wait a minute, are we trying to go out Matrix? No, this is before Matrix. It was
before Matrix.
It was after. Matrix was 99.
Yeah, it was just like, come on, guys. Like,
you're right. Okay.
Yeah, they tried to out-Matrix the Matrix. They just casted it totally wrong.
It was on it's on the movie cover. I think it was just like something about.
Yeah, dude, they're walking like the Matrix. They're in leather trench coats.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
they weren't even trying to hide it.
I watched that on Netflix, and I'm just like, you know what? I am now understand why I missed this one in the movie theater. Yeah, I'm good.
Was that your 3?
That's my. I might be wrong on Shaft. I mean, I might not have seen it enough. I mean, I haven't seen it in probably damn near 15 plus years. So, but those are my 2 solid and my 1 potential. So,
okay,
that's what I got.
All right, Javon, how about you?
I'm gonna start with my worst. Worst of Christian Bale, and that's hard because even in these bad movies of his that I've seen, he gives great performances. I don't know if y'all remember Harsh Times.
Yep.
He was a vet who came home and I'm gonna protect Los Angeles. And it was like, okay, this is ham-fisted and stupid. And he's the only actor in that movie. He was the only actor in that movie. So him trying to support a cast of 10, it's like, dude, that's like this is LeBron James trying to take last year's Cavs to the finals. It was a
J.K. Simmons was in that.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons was in that before he became
Terry
J.K.
Crews was
Simmons.
in that.
Oh, wow. Well,
Jeff, you're not helping.
Yeah, no, Jeff. Yeah, quit where your head on that one.
Yeah. He is.
Eva Longoria. I mean, what are you talking about?
Oh, well, let me back up. President Camacho and the girl from Desperate Housewives was in this movie. This should have got an Oscar. Robbery.
That's what I'm saying, man. What are you talking about?
There really is nobody else. I'm looking at the cast now. There is literally no one else.
Grab bag of garbage.
Random ass people.
Garbage.
And Christian Bale and J.K. Rowling. That's it.
That's it.
Not J.K. Rowling.
Rowling.
She was busy writing.
Simmons, whatever. J.K. Simmons. J.K. Rowling.
Oh, man.
What?
Wait till they read this ain't right. Yeah. All right. So you got that one. What else?
Harsh Times. I kind of got to put Rain of Fire was bad because it was bad CGI, and McConaughey was McConaughey has 2 gears for me. He does.
All right.
He's all right. Texas guy, you know, he's either that guy or he's eccentric. Like, yeah, I'm all energy guy. He can't do anything other than that for me. And he was trying to be this brooding. Yeah, it's like we're riding dinosaurs in post-apocalyptic dinosaur ruled society. Like, what the hell is this movie about? I jumped off early. I fell asleep twice in that during the theaters, and I saw it on cable and turned to watch like Beavis and Butthead reruns. So yeah, I put that up there. A third one for Christian Bale, I got to do Equilibrium just because Tay Diggs killed it. As far as my really good Christian with it, my favorites of Christian Bale, I gotta do 4. 310 to Yuma, even though it's a remake, it's a great remake. It's a great remake.
It's really good in that.
It really is. Nobody mentioned Rescue Dawn. That was one of my favorite war pictures of the last 2 decades. We played the pilot. Nobody?
I ain't watch it.
Yeah,
he was
a
Vietnam War veteran. What's his name? I can't think of the guy's name. Like Dinger or something like
Peter
that.
Dingler.
Yeah. He was taken prisoner. He was tortured, man. All that stuff.
Oh, wow.
It was rough to watch, but he played the hell out of that role.
Can't wait to watch it.
Right? Right?
It's like spoilers.
Yeah.
No. It's just like he was like, it's rough to watch. I'm like, yeah.
No, it's a rough
Sign me
watch
up.
because of what he goes through. But anything when somebody's getting tortured, of course, it's going to be rough to watch somebody endure that because and knowing that this is a real story, like it's based on a real story, it makes
That
it
depends on who the actor is.
Right. But he sells it and he does such a great job with it. It's a great movie. I'll check it out.
Right.
Out of the Furnace, which was one of my favorites of his. If anybody remembers Out of the Furnace.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Quite
you
well.
remember that?
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
quite
good.
well.
That was good to me. I don't know if y'all liked it or not, but I
okay.
liked it.
I didn't mind it. It was all right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's your list.
It's my list all day. Out of the Furnace is one of mine. Saw Vice. That he played the hell out of Dick Cheney. You didn't know that you were not looking at Dick Cheney or hearing Dick Cheney talk when he was playing Dick Cheney. Yeah.
It's like he even had the cadence down of Dick Cheney.
He really did. He really did, which is so weird. You know what? I gotta add I really gotta add the fighter to the middle ground. Because he carried Mark. The fighter really lets you know Mark Wahlberg sucks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The fighter really lets you
Everybody
know
else got an award except for the star.
Right.
It's my best
I was with
award.
you because I'm like, wow, everyone in this movie is great. Why are we turning the
like,
camera back to Mark Wahlberg?
Thank you.
Is that Amy Adams? Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes,
Christian
the
Bale.
whole cast.
Awesome.
Whole cast until you get to Mark Wahlberg. Aren't you from Boston? Why are you talking like that? I just can't fight anymore. Fighting through lies.
Awful.
Shut up and go.
Yeah, dude.
Do the running man with your shirt off, you idiot.
All the ways I cannot with him. That was Mark Wahlberg in that movie.
Come on, feel it. Feel
Yeah,
the vibration.
Just
go
find your Calvin Kleins and call it a night.
Yeah.
Just go look annoyed. Just go look confused and annoyed somewhere else.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Great movie, but Mark Wahlberg really was trying to tank that movie. Like he was doing his best.
You know what's so good? He could not.
And he still couldn't.
He was being his typical Mark Wahlberg performance. And everybody else is like, nah, we're not having this dude.
No.
We're trying to get Oscars.
You're not going to ruin this for us. We're not going to let
Amy Adams was like, look, you played her character. Like,
see, Amy Adams basically pulled her scenes with him out of the garbage.
Yep.
Mark Wahlberg. It's like, shut up. You're from Boston. You should do better. Do better. And last, and this is probably my favorite. I love westerns. Hostiles, dude. If you ain't seen
Dude, Hostiles was great.
Dude, that
great.
Was,
I forgot about
that.
So good.
Dope.
Yeah,
that's my last but not least. Hostiles was dope. I'm sorry.
All right. Good list. I'm going to follow your lead on that one. I'm going to go with my worst first because I think that's easier. The only reason Equilibrium is not on my list is because I recognize it for the shameless Matrix ripoff that it was and have never seen it.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, I'm real serious, dude.
I will give you since it's on Netflix and something, I'm sure it's on a DVD of some sort.
I'm going to need a bottle as I watch that.
No. All I'm going to do is tell you the 3 scenes you need to watch and the number.
Oh, okay. That will be all I need to watch in that movie. All right, I'll take your challenge. I'll take the Equilibrium challenge.
It's going to be like
it'll go viral.
Minute 2, 33.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. I just got one thing to say. That should be a Lyle's Movie File special exclusive. We should get trashed and watch that movie together.
All right.
And we'll do a running commentary like Mystery Science Theater style.
We'll do a Patreon on it.
That would be hilarious.
All right, we'll make that happen. I'm down with that. All right, I have Exodus, Gods, and Kings. Now, in fairness, I've never watched that movie, but with the mention of the movie, I had no problem putting that on the list.
Yep.
Like, everyone involved in that should have thought about it twice.
Yep.
I mean, I understand Chadwick was like, you know what, I still need this money. But everyone should have been like, we shouldn't get this movie made. So, yeah, that one's on my list. That's a sight unseen, crappy Christian Bale movie. I put Terminator Salvation on there. I love Christian Bale. Yeah. I mean, I own the movie, so I mean, take that for what it is. But that's the one time where Christian Bale didn't get to act. He was just, yeah, it's like,
Came after my mother.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and I was so excited because Christian Bale's in a Terminator movie. But that's the one movie of his that I've ever felt let down watching. So that one is on the list. Out of the Furnace does not make my best list, Javon. It is on my worst, Christian Bale. Now, that is, like we've already established, hard because Christian Bale, great actor. That movie just bored the tears out of me. I felt like it was 5 hours. And I just wanted something interesting to happen. And yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, But on my best, even though, and I feel like he always gets cited on this one because of everyone is just so great in the movie. But his work in Dark Knight is also very good. I mean, he does that whole boozy Bruce Wayne thing, and got that low key jealousy when Harvey's with oh man, what's her name? Why am I not thinking of Maggie Gyllenhaal's real character name?
Rachel Dawes, because she's
Rachel, right? Like he's like seriously low key jealous, and he's like, "I'm gonna show you up. I'm gonna buy." I mean, he's really good in those subtle moments. He definitely doesn't have a flashy performance like Heath Ledger. Yeah, he knows what he's supposed to do, and he's not threatened or intimidated by Ledger Eckhart's performance. He just does his thing. Like that scene with him and Michael Caine, where he's like, I'm going to tell him all it was your idea. It's great. So I love his performance in that one. American Hustle is another one that's just perfect because he really makes himself look like a goof. He's put on weight. He's got this belly. He's got this really bad toupee he's working. And it's just so... I think of Christian Bale, I think of like this cool suave dude, and it's just the total opposite in this film. And he just makes it work. He comes off like a loser. It's like, how in the world did you get with Amy Adams' character in this? But he's so money in that. And he's just like, man, Christian Bale's great. He can do anything. And I definitely put The Fighter down because, gosh, he was so good. I could sit through Mark Wahlberg's lousy attempt at acting, and they're ridiculous trying to push him as the best actor nominee. And my last one, maybe my top one for him, is The Prestige. I love the twist, but I love his performance. And after you know the twist, you can kind of go back and watch it again and kind of like, I see the subtleties in the performance that he's doing, because he's not doing the same thing as one, I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen it, but it's just really cool the way he plays the character and how he does it in the whole obsession thing with Hugh Jackman. Really, really good movie. And that's the one where I was like, I thought he was good in Shaft, but Prestige was the one who was like, oh, I'm down with anything this dude does. And I could have like a very long, extended honorable mention. 3:10 to Yuma, Hostels, etc. So yeah, but he's good.
One more. Sorry, I have one more honorable mention.
Okay.
The Big Short.
I hated that movie because I just don't like the whole thing of let's make a movie about the recession and let's laugh at it. But that's just me.
No, this wasn't. The way they did it was really good. I don't know. I liked it, and plus, I like that stuff anyway.
Yeah, it was good, but the only reason I didn't put that on my gunner because it was more ensemble, and I thought Steve Carell's character was kind of the star of the show.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Christian Bale still played a heck out of his
role.
Still
did. He
and I
does.
was like, oh my gosh. I was just like, just the transition he can make. It's just amazing.
He can pivot on a dime.
Yeah, he can do anything. He can do anything.
Very versatile. Okay, so fellas, that was it. But let's take some nominees, not for Dummy of the Week, but for who we should do next week for 3 best, 3 worst.
All right.
First person that came to mind was Eddie Murphy, but I feel like we did this on this show like 4 times.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Michael Keaton.
Nice.
All right.
We'll
take the straw vote with Chief when he gets back here. So either Michael Keaton or Brad Pitt. We'll do the two-face and toss a coin. All right. So now it's that time of the week. Who are your nominees for Dummy of the Week?
I don't know. There's so many.
I got one.
Crazy year.
There wasn't anybody in blackface this week, Gunner. What are you talking about?
However, there was one person excusing it, and that's who my first thought was. But
Who you got?
I just don't want to be that dude, and then everybody gonna be on the walls and everything on the Loud Movie File stuff, and
They're
saying,
already on your wall, Gunner. Come on.
Who cares?
No, not my wall. I can handle it. You know, I mean, I tell people to go F off. But I'm like, I don't want to mess up the whole Miles Movie File stuff. But I will say that this person is running for president. However, this person is running for president, and I'm not sure I want to be represented by anybody that says we should look the other way, or what did he say? Put ourselves in their position about blackface. No. Sorry, Cory Booker, that's not cool. Did you excel at being Dummy of the Week? No, but you get a definite honorable mention.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Right,
I like Cory Booker's style in some ways, but I just did not dig that, and I'm not sure I think I want him running.
Cory goes wide-eyed ham salad sometimes. He needs to reel himself in. Yeah. So this is honest criticism.
To the occasion of Dummy, but he definitely gets an honorable mention.
Yeah, he says something dumb this week, so he's allowed to be put on the list.
Exactly. No need for honorable mention.
Yeah.
No, because I know there's somebody that was worse. No, I know there's somebody that's worse. That's all.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
All right.
Give me a sec. You come back to me.
All right, bro. What you got?
I actually didn't have any Dummy. I've been out on the loop a little bit this week, so I didn't see anybody I could 100% was Dummy of the Week.
They were Dummy free. Awesome.
Yeah.
Javon, you sticking with the heroes?
This week I got one hero in particular. I really can't think of this young lady's name, and it's sad because I'm looking around for her online. Normally I have this ready. I'm sorry, folks, but this is a young lady. I saw her story, read her story also on NBC News 4 Washington, and this is This is somebody who was making a six-figure salary over at Lockheed Martin, who left her job there to run it's Bread for the City, one of their kitchens that provides meals for the homeless. She spends money out of her own pocket to provide them top-notch meals, not just Cisco food systems or below-grade food. We're talking, top-shelf meals provided to the homeless, specialized in doing cakes for them for their birthdays, specialized meals for them on their birthdays, etc. Providing them with, because she's got a hell of a network herself, because I guess so, having a career at Lockheed Martin and knowing the people that she may know, she's helped people reestablish themselves, reestablish their lives, and get off the dole of homelessness. So big ups to her. I wish I had her name. Ma'am, I wish I had your name. If it ever reaches you, you're one of my heroes for the week. You're the hero for the week. I do have a dummy also. And I can't really call him a dummy. This is controversial territory, so bear with me, folks. You may not like it, but let's be totally honest. I'm not going to call him a dummy of the week, but I'm going to say that you're my questionable character of the week, and that goes to Justice Smollett. Were you really assaulted? And
he said he has been accused, and it's hard that he's pissed off because they're making the victim out to be the villain. They're attacking the victim. So what do you think?
Well, we don't have a victim at all, do we? We have two mystery MAGA hat wearers that we can't find, that you won't give us your phone records for, that you have nothing to commit to. And my thing is, there's too many shaky areas in this story, and we're so quick to be judge, juror, and executioner and shit like this. But let's research. Let's look at all the information in this story, and let's look at what he's claiming happened to him. There's just too many gray areas. And in Justin, if you're ever a victim, if you've been a victim of a violent attack against you, you're more than willing to cooperate with the police so that you can bring that person to justice. Those persons to justice who assaulted you, who attacked you, who took away your human rights. So for you to sit here and play coy with the cops, they're here to help you. You're claiming you were assaulted. Well, let's find your assailant. If you're going to play coy with us, then yeah, your story has questions and holes in it. That's just the nature of the beast. That's what it is. Anybody with common sense will tell you that. But because we're in such an accusing society, everybody's guilty before we even try to find out the real story. It's guilty until proven innocent. And we were ready to just crucify anybody wearing a MAGA hat. And I'm not. This isn't a MAGA defense. This is a defense of the truth. This is a defense of the truth, because I don't want to paint a narrative against anybody, good or bad. I want to find out what the real story is before we start deciding who's guilty or not. And if you're gonna stand in the way of finding out what really happened, and you're claiming you were victimized, then I question whether or not you were victimized at all. Anybody who go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, finish, please.
No, anybody who's claiming that something happened to them, if any one of us were assaulted, I'm pretty sure that we would work with the police to capture our assailants. We would work with them, give them everything they needed to capture those who assaulted us. Why are you? Why?
I do kind of wonder why they need his phone records if he got beat up.
Well, here's the thing. Because there's more to the story.
There's more to the story. They're investigating.
I think they got something on camera.
Yeah.
I think they got something on camera from like an ATM or something. That's like, that ain't making sense.
Right.
Who would you call? Because I think you said it. Like, why would you call your press agent before you
call your manager before you call the police?
Yeah, something's off.
Maybe he was just rattled.
However,
he was so rattled that he called his manager. I don't.
Yeah, I'd probably call one of y'all like, yo, you know what I mean? Because we're black men. Calling the police isn't a reflex.
Exactly.
One, I can't do that one. I'm sorry. Two, I might not call the police because I might have actually defended myself in a way that's going to make me look bad.
Well, here's the thing. If I shoot somebody, yeah. But if I was assaulted, if somebody assaulted me, if two white men assaulted me and called me out of my name and assaulted me, put a rope around my neck, I'm 38 years old. I'm not going to call any of my friends. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call the police.
You make a valid point. I just know what I would do in the situation. I'd be so frazzled. I'd be like, I don't know what the hell to do.
Headline, exactly. You may call your wife and like, hey, what happened?
Hey, baby, I'm screwed up here. I'm about to call the police. You know what I mean?
But even in regard to that, why would I keep that from the police?
Well, yeah, and like I said, I think there's more to the story. I do believe he was assaulted. They did say they found, like, the bleach bottle. You know what I mean? They say they found that. Some things totally add up to the story, but I don't think there's things that don't add up. I think there's just more to the story.
There's way more, but he's not. Yeah, I get it. But if you're not willing to share, then you have more of a role in your assault than you're willing to let on.
Ooh, I don't know if I go that far because I just don't know. You know what I mean?
Dude, honestly, I'm being honest.
You play a role in blocking the fact that you're, people are trying to find out what's going on. I think you're blocking the fact of getting the truth out for yourself, not even for the public.
Well, why would you do that if you don't have anything to hide and you're trying to bring people who assaulted you to justice? I'm not going to stand in the way of that. Why would I?
How did this story come out? Was it like just police stuff? Because that happens. Don't get me wrong.
I think somebody in his camp said this story. Like, he did not break this news himself.
Because
maybe his manager was the one who.
No, I know that. I thought it was somebody in his camp. It wasn't the police, but it was somebody in his camp, right?
I'm pretty sure ultimately he would have liked this to have stayed between him and Chicago PD. Probably. But there's more to this story than he's letting on. And I just saw his interview with Robin Roberts. Everything about his answers is vague and fishy. There's something to the story that he is not willing to let on. So I'm thinking something went on, and I think he has more to do with the assault than he's letting on. That's why there's so much cloak and dagger in regard to what happened.
So that's why he's questionable. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Cool. Now I have one nominee. The producers of Millennium Films, because they finally decided making this Red Sonja movie with Bryan Singer as the director was probably a bad idea. Like they had been like, oh no, this news that he slept with he made 4 underage dudes sleep with him was agenda-driven fake news. But now they've decided, hey, maybe that's not the best thing to do. So yeah, they've decided now to show the production. And the fact that it took so long. I mean, I'm just kind of like, I would have watched the Red Sonja movie. I would not have watched the Red Sonja movie with Bryan Singer because it would have been whack in the first place. But secondly, hello. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, why do you have to throw out the Red Sonja with the Bryan Singer bathwater? Anyway. So yeah, totally, that's my choice for this week. Fellas, that's everything we've got here on this one. So we got Brad Pitt or Michael Keaton. Listeners, if y'all have a preference, let us know. Fellas, thank you as always for joining me. And we're going to wrap this bad boy up. This episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.